Hello, Antoine.
Oh, hi.
Hola, estamos en el track de entrevistas VIP del Congreso Nacional de itSMF España, VISION15, y tenemos con nosotros a Antoine Bonenkamp, que es el director regional de PEOPLECERT. Lleva ligado a la formación en torno a ITIL desde finales de 2010 y en la actualidad su labor se centra en impulsar el futuro de PEOPLECERT internacional y su liderazgo en la explotación del esquema de certificación de Axelos. Por su parte, PEOPLECERT es uno de los principales actores a nivel mundial en materia de certificaciones profesionales y se asocia con organizaciones multinacionales y organismos gubernamentales para el desarrollo y la gestión de sistemas de certificación reconocidos a nivel mundial. Como habéis podido comprobar, Antoine no es nacional y por lo tanto la entrevista se desarrollará en inglés.
Thank you. Yes, my English is probably better than my Spanish, so we try to do it like this, right?
Okay. Antoine, please provide a brief explanation of what PEOPLECERT does.
Yes. PEOPLECERT is a company who provides, on a global scale, testing services. What is that? Many people prepare themselves during training, during preparations through e-learning for tests. We provide those tests. We do that actually on a global scale. We work in like 150 countries, and we have in the meantime tested roughly about 4 million people in many different languages. I believe at the moment we do like 24, 25 languages. Mm-hmm. And the services, the testing services, are offered pretty much around 10,000 locations around the world. So that is what we do.
So what makes your organization different from others?
That's a good question. Actually, if we look at a candidate who takes a test, you know that the candidate is always a bit stressed. There's anxiety. They're a bit afraid for failing a test. So when people start, we need to understand that before they take the test, that everything around it has been taken care of. So this is where we differ and differentiate ourselves. We help people to take the test in such a way there's no stress and that they can focus on this. Now that sounds easy, but there's a huge organization behind that to make this happen. And our differentiation is really in the fact that we help our customers to focus on training, for instance, where we focus on the delivery of the exam. We help them with a very sophisticated system, and I think very important is where we really are different than others, is we have a 24/7 service. The other thing which we have, actually we developed a way of a means of taking an exam at home. We call that a so-called web proctoring service. Our service has been awarded and is totally different than what we see in other areas. So this makes us very different.
And are you active in the Spanish market?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I think that we started in the Spanish market in 2010, I believe, and we developed since then, especially customers in the IT service management area. Of course, ITIL, those are the certificates which we have done the most. And we work typically through training organizations. For instance, a good customer of ours is Technofor. And we also work with other companies like Global Knowledge, New Horizons in Barcelona, Gezara, and we also have a cooperation with ITpreneurs.
How many people in Spain look for ITIL certification?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me first put it in the global perspective. In 2014, approximately, I think 300,000 people took an ITIL exam. Roughly about 80% of that is what we call intermediate, foundations, and 20% of that is intermediate. If you then scale that back to Europe, of those 300,000, roughly about 110,000, 112,000 people took an ITIL exam in Europe. Out of those 112, now it becomes difficult because those numbers are not really known, but my assessment and our assessment is that roughly about somewhere between 5, 6, 7,000 people in Spain take an exam. Very difficult to mention the right number because these numbers are not available. You should have to do like calling your customers to find out exactly how many everyone has done. But it is our assessment that roughly about 5,000, 6,000 people on an annual basis are interested to take an exam. Of course, there will be more people who prepare themselves for IT service management in ITIL.
And will ITIL Practitioner be a success?
Yes, ITIL Practitioner is of course something interesting. It will be introduced officially in February 2016, so there's still some months ahead. If you look at ITIL, which is a description of processes and tasks and procedures within an organization, in an IT organization that is, then the ITIL Foundation training and test covers more what it is and, you know, describes everything. The practitioner is the first movement in where we try to find a pragmatic approach. And that a pragmatic approach means that people learn how to apply IT service management, especially ITIL, within those organizations. The expectations for ITIL Practitioner and let's say the implementation of that in the market will be huge. We also expect in Spain that many people will be interested in taking this specific training and get better in implementation of ITIL. Okay,
the last question. Which certification do you think will be the most important in the future?
That is a very difficult question to ask. You see on a continuous basis new ideas, new methods, new methodologies popping up. And interestingly, in certain areas in the globe, you see that people have taken very big interest in Agile certification, for instance. In other areas, you see Scrum going ahead. I don't want to bet on any of those to say this one will be better than the others. We see that ITIL, IT Service Management, Prince 2 in project management, still will be there for years to come. We expect, however, that new developments like DevOps, Agile, Scrum, will definitely get more and more interest. But I would not dare to put there a number on it.
It's a good view of the future.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Yes.
Muchas gracias.
Yes.
Y nada, esperamos.
I want to one more thing. I would like to ask, like to at least thank the itSMF Spain organization for us to have this opportunity to meet first of all and to be our host. So thank you so very much for this.
Thank you. Gracias y esperamos veros de nuevo el año que viene por aquí.
Muchas gracias.